Hi everybody, we'll be using dumbbells and a resistance band today. Of course you can do the class without. We're focusing on full body but more on lower body for this class. We're going to start with a roll down, so it's just standing up, bringing your feet hip distance apart. We're going to focus on that breath and take a deep inhale in through the nose, raising your arms up above your head, and then a big breath out through those pursed lips and into a roll down. Bring your arms down, bring all your body down into a plank position, hold here, and then we're going to walk our hands back, inhaling as we stand back up. Let's do that again. A big inhale, raise your arms above your head, bring your arms down and roll down vertebra by vertebra, walking out and towards a plank, holding briefly at the bottom, walking back, and then raising those arms back up above your head. Make this your last one now. And this time when you roll down, you're going to hold at the bottom in that plank. And just to activate the back of our legs, we're going to get into a brief downward dog position here, making sure we push back as far as we can with our heels before coming down into a 4-point kneel where we're going to get ready for our cat-cow stretch. Making sure your wrists are beneath your shoulders, big breath in, lifting up through that thoracic spine, looking at the belly button. Big breath out through the mouth, looking up towards the ceiling. And again, tipping your head down, looking towards your belly button, taking a deep breath in. Keep going here and really try and maximize the movement that you're getting through that spine. Make this your last one and make sure you have your weights handy. You're going to want to take one of those dumbbells now and place it in the crease of the back of your knee. Keep that left leg bent to hold the weight in place, and then getting back into our 4-point kneel position, raise the left heel towards the ceiling and then bring that back down. You want to lead with your heel as this really emphasizes the movement in the back of the leg, also helps keep the weight in place. I like to exhale as I raise the leg and inhale to bring the leg down. Keep the neck long and your gaze towards the top of the mat. Remember your mind-muscle connection, so don't think about how high you can raise that leg, but think about the contraction within your glutes. If this is available to you, you're going to untuck your right toe and bring that knee in towards your nose, straightening the opposite leg if you can. Return the right knee to the mat and continue, repeating the exercise by bringing in that knee to the nose. You can continue with the previous exercise if this is proving too difficult. Alternatively, you can just bring your knee in towards the nose without raising the right leg from the mat. Make the next one your last one, and then we're going to come back down onto the mat and pulse. Small but intentional movements with that left leg, keeping your heel leading. Imagine you're pressing against the ceiling. Exhale as you lift. Make the next one your last one and then bring yourself down onto one forearm, so your right forearm comes down, and then you can bring your left knee towards your left elbow. Exhale as you bring the knee in and look towards the elbow as you do this to emphasize the side crunch nature of this movement. Keep pressing down in that forearm, keep your neck long, do not sink in between your shoulder blades. Press down in towards the mat with the forearm and the supporting hand. I love this exercise as we're supporting ourselves with the upper body, which means we're getting some workout there. We're also getting the crunch from the abdomen with the side bend. And of course, that weight is ensuring that we're working our glute. We're not here for too long. As you can tell, we're really burning out this left glute. And it wouldn't be my class if we're not going to finish with a few pulses. So just give me some light pulses here. This is the very end, I promise you. Just keep pushing here, leading with that heel, using your breath to help you. Not here for long. Keep pumping and lower. Well done. Whew, you can see I felt that. We're going to get straight into the other side. Today is a short but spicy class, so there aren't many breaks. So get the weight over and into your right hand side now. I'm going to turn around so that you can still see what I'm doing with my leg. Make sure you're in a 4-point kneel as we prepare to start the right hand side. Taking a deep breath in and making sure your wrists are underneath your shoulders, we're going to raise that right leg up. Remember, we're leading with the heel, we're keeping our neck long, and we're also using our breath. The importance of this is engaging the glute muscle and not actually how high we can lift the leg. Keep going here, keep using your breath to help you with your movement. I exhale as I raise and inhale to lower. Keep the tempo the same on the way up as it is on the way down. We only have a few more before we're going to get into our pike positioning. So focusing on that glute, focusing on keeping our core engaged, arms long, and we're not sinking between the shoulder blades. Now for those of us who did before, we're going to get into our pike whilst keeping that weight behind the back of the knee. Remembering the modifications for this are bringing the knee in towards the nose without raising up off the ground, or alternatively continuing with just the raise and lower of the leg. If you can, however, do try, even if it's only a few, to see if you can do the pike, and push yourself if you do this class again to just try and advance yourself each time. You have 2 left here, and then this is going to be your last one. Make it your best one. And then we're going to lower down and get into pulses. Pulsing, leading with that heel, exhaling as you lift, keep your neck long, looking ahead of your hands. Just a few more. And then we're going to lower down onto the mat, bringing that left forearm down, keeping the right hand down, the right knee to the right elbow. As before, we're exhaling as we bring the knee in, also looking towards that elbow and knee. Keep the pace. Don't rush through the movement. Inhaling to bring the leg back. Exhale as you bring the knee in towards the elbow. Remember to press down with that forearm and the hand, ensuring you're not sinking in between your shoulder blades. This is your last 2. Your last 1. And now we're going to go back up onto our hands and we are going to pulse. Keep pulsing. Remember short, sharp movements using your exhale breath. Nearly done. And lower. Yes, girl. I felt it. I hope you did too. Take a nice child's pose, which is very well earned. And let's just get a nice stretch in those glutes. Stretching out your arms as far as you can. You can also bring them behind you and just tap on those glutes a bit. So for the next part of this class, we're going to get into a side lying position. And we've done this before in previous classes. Bring one of the weights close to you as we will be using them. So make sure it's within reach. Your forearm is down, your elbow is beneath your shoulder, your top leg is in front of the bottom one. Your hips are aligned, so your top hip is not rolling forward, it's stacked on top of the bottom hip, and then we're going to raise up, pressing down into those feet, and then lower ourselves back down. So you want to think about bringing in that waist and really lifting with those lower obliques. Making sure we're not rolling forward. Axis of movement should be up and down, not forward and backwards. Imagine we're a toast in a toaster, so just up and down. Small advancement on this exercise, if it's available to you, is on the next time you bring your hips down, is if you can lift your legs, keeping them straight, and just tap your weight towards your shins, returning to the position, and then continuing with our side plank. So straight legs and a straight arm, rolling back to our position of a side plank, making sure the hips are stacked and raising up. Continue here, and remember, if at any point this is too much, you can continue with the exercise as normal, which is just the side plank raise. Make the next one your last one. And what we're going to do now is to get up into the side plank and hold here. As this is class 6, we are going to advance this now with the threading of the needle. So bring that top hand and see if you can bring the weight underneath you. Again, this is an advancement, so if it's not available to you, just hold in your side plank. But if you can, do try and thread the needle with the weight. And again, actually, if it's too much with the weight, you can drop the weight and just continue with your hand. This is your last one. And you can drop those hips and drop the weight. Well done. So let's turn around and get ready to do the other side. Give yourself a little shake off. And bring the weight to the other side, lying down on your forearm. Again, we want to make sure that our forearm is flat on the ground and our elbow is in alignment with our shoulder. And we're not sinking into that shoulder, keeping our neck long and proud. Making sure that the top hip is in alignment with the bottom, we're not rolled forward, and that that top leg is in front of the bottom leg. So raising that weight up, we're going to take a deep inhale, exhale, raising up through those hips, and then lowering back down. Again, you want to make sure you're breathing and using the core to help bring you up. Exhaling on the way up, and inhaling to lower down. Lift through that lower waist, use your corset muscles, so really try and engage the core. We have a few more here before we're going to add on our advancement. So make this your last one, and as you bring yourself down to the mat, raise those legs straight, meet them with your hand weight, lower them down, and get back into your side plank. Again, exhale to raise the legs up, bring the weight towards the shins, and lower the legs down. Remember, if you can only do a few, then that's fine as well. And also, if this is too much for you today, you don't have to do this, and you can continue with the side plank, lower and raise. In addition, if the hand weight is becoming too heavy for you, you can also drop that. So there are a number of different modifications you can make. Just try and keep on moving. That's all I ask of you. The next one is your last one. Make it your best one. And then of course now we're going to get into a side plank hold. So lifting those hips up off the mat, we're going to hold, keeping that weight in our upper hand. And if it's available to us today, we're going to turn and thread the needle, bringing that top weight in underneath our body. Twisting through the corset muscles, twisting through that spine, following with your head, follow your hand with your head. As before, you can drop the weight if the weight is too heavy and just do the movement, or just hold in a static side plank. We're not here for very long. And you can lower yourself down. Very, very good. Well done. We are going to get our resistance band if you have one. If you don't, do not worry, this can be done without. Bringing your legs through the resistance band and just placing it above your knees. Lay down on your backs and make sure that you have your hand weights close to you so that you're able to reach them easily. We're going to start by getting into some roll-ups, which we've done in previous classes before. So we know that we want to move vertebra by vertebra as though we're peeling that spine up off the mat. Keeping your feet hip distance apart, press down into your heels, and then roll yourself up vertebra by vertebra, stopping at the top and rolling back down. Inhaling and exhaling, get towards the top, and then slowly bring yourself down, upper spine, middle spine, and lower. Keep going here, and at the moment we're pressing through our heels. And now when we next roll up, can you bring yourself all the way up towards your tiptoes? So raise your heels up at the top and then drop your heels whilst you're lowering yourself back down. Repeating here, rolling all the way to the top, raising your heels when you're at the top, rolling down and dropping your heels back down as you lower. Keep going, keep the movement intentional, keep paying attention to your breathing. We're going to spice things up now. So the next time you raise to the top, can you lift your arms up off the ground? And when you're at the top, can you just separate those knees against the resistance band and then lower everything back down? Again, raising to the top, lifting your heels, opening your knees, and then lowering everything back down. If you're finding this is wobbly, you can return your arms down to the ground for support. Can you, on your next one, hold at the top with those heels raised, and let's just pulse in and out with those knees. Keep breathing. Keep your pelvis facing upwards. Don't drop the glutes. And lower everything back down. Now we're going to get back up into the bridge, and we're going to open and close those knees against the resistance band. This time our heels are flat on the ground. Make sure you're breathing. Exhale to open the knees. Inhale to bring everything back to center. You can do this with your arms down by your side if you need more support. Do 3 more here. Taking your time, keeping those hips high. And now what we're going to do is just pulse upwards, very small pulses, exhaling as you lift. We're targeting all of the gluteus muscles here. I know it's burning and we're not here for very long at all. Keep breathing through it. Small pulses up, up, up. Keep going. And then we're going to just hold at the top just for a few seconds. Keep holding, and lower down. Hug those knees in towards the chest. Take a nice stretch there. You can roll around slightly on your pelvis. We're now going to get into some single leg work, again focusing on those glutes. So you can bend or straighten the top leg. We still have the resistance band, and we're going to get into some roll-ups, but now with just one foot down. This is just going to really provide a great finisher for those glutes. Raise and lower, pressing into that left heel which is down on the ground. Remembering to exhale as you lift, inhale as you lower. Try and keep the speed that you lower the same as that when you go up. So you're not just dropping down to the mat without intention. We're thinking about how we're lowering down through our mid-back and then our lower back. Excellent work. Told you this one wasn't very long. We're going to do the opposite side now. Pushing down through that supporting foot. Raise up and lower down. Remembering our principles of lifting from the lower, mid, then upper, and returning from the upper, mid, then lower back. Exhale as you push up, inhale as you lower. You are doing so well. We are really almost done here. Excellent work. Your glutes are going to be so high in your back, people are going to start thinking you're a camel. Give us some pulses just to finish this side. And lower everything down. It's me not remembering if I did pulses on the other side, so going back up to do some pulses on there too. Bonus pulses if you need, guys. I definitely felt that I needed them, so these are my left-sided pulses. If you've done them, just take a break right now. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Take a nice deep breath. Congratulate yourself for really making it through that. You'll be very pleased to know that we can get rid of the resistance band now. We're going to get into a few stretches which are very well deserved. This has been a very hard class, especially on those glutes and hamstrings. So we're going to do a butterfly stretch, bring in the soles of our feet together, bring your bum in as close as you can, drop those knees to the side. You can rock side to side, try and open your knees as far apart as possible and get a nice stretch there. Take a few deep breaths in here. Just take a moment to reconnect with your breath. Lower that heart rate down. Straighten out that left leg on the mat, and then you can bend your right one to the side and just try and bring your body down towards your thigh. So reach with your fingertips towards your feet and feel that stretch in the back of the leg. Do the same on the opposite side. Again, reaching your fingertips towards your feet. Take a few deep breaths in here. Then we're going to get into a seated figure 4 stretch. So just sitting back, bring one leg over the opposite knee and just lean forwards and feel that in the back of that thigh. Making sure you're breathing here as you're stretching, don't hold your breath. Do the same on the opposite side. Bring the opposite ankle over the opposite knee and lean forward and feel that stretch through the glute and the thigh. Final few breaths. And we're done. Thank you so much for joining me. See you in the next class. Bye.